Hi everybody, welcome to Nutssys Supper Club. It's Friday and let's make some fun appetizer to go with your drink. So we are going to make some corn fritters. It's super easy to do this. You just need a few ingredients. I'm sure everybody might have it. Have 1 cup of all-purpose flour to start with and 2 cups of corn. So what I'm going to do is put 2 cups of corn in this mixing bowl, and this recipe is very forgiving. You can adjust, increase the quantity, decrease the spiciness, the cheesiness according to what your taste would be like. So what I'm going to do is first add all the spices and aromatics in here, and then go in with the flour, and then go in with the liquids. So we're going with a 1/4 cup of red bell peppers. You can choose green, again, like I said, or yellow. This recipe is very forgiving, and you can totally use your choice of aromatics in here. I do 1 jalapeno or half a jalapeno de-seeded and finely chopped. I am also using 2 tablespoons of finely chopped scallions or green onions, whatever you call them, and I'm going to use just 1 tablespoon now, and I will leave the other 1 tablespoon for garnish or serving. I will also add salt and smoked paprika. This is the brand I use. It's from Trader Joe's. It's good in a lot of recipes. Your chicken, your fish, and your vegetarian. Anything you want to give a nice smoky taste, this really helps without adding too much of spice to your dish. So I'm going with a 1/4 teaspoon of salt now, and a 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Just season everything really well, and at this point what I'm going to do is just give it a light mix, just lightly. You don't want to overmix this right now because you're going to mix it later with your liquids and solids. Now I am going to gradually add the flour to this. It is 1 cup of flour, but I want everything to be incorporated well. So, and I'll show you this camera. I'm using this camera for the first time, so yeah. I'm also going to add some grated cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese to this. You can even add Monterey Jack. It gives a good flavor. And because I'm adding cheese, what I am going to do is not add too much salt, because cheese has a lot of salt content. And of course you want to well season everything, but you don't want it so salty that you cannot enjoy it with any sauce, and it becomes that you can't taste the corn, you can't taste anything when you over salt things. So that is one of the things I avoid doing. So I've added that 1 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. You can even do half and half, or you can do like a cup of all-purpose flour, and then to add a little more like corn taste, I would do polenta or cornmeal, whatever you have at home, like half a cup of that, and that makes a really good batch. But I don't have cornmeal or polenta right now, so I will just stick to the all-purpose flour. The other thing I'm going to add to this right now is 1 egg. This is 1 egg with the yolk and all. I'm going to mix this. There's one thing I actually forgot, and it's never too late to add, and that is 1/4 teaspoon baking powder. Now, using again a Trader Joe's brand, you can use your favorite, and just a 1/4 teaspoon is enough for this dish. You don't need more than that. And I will go with my liquids. Actually, sorry, I missed the baking powder. but now it's in there. And I'm going to add a quarter cup of milk. So you can add more, you know, depending on the consistency you like, but you don't want this like too battery because you don't want it runny in your pan. You want them like, you know, nice corn cakes or fritters. You know, you don't want them kind of running in your pan and not being able to handle them. You don't want an omelet is what I'm trying to say. So here you go. And at this point, I think I am going to need a little bit more of the liquid. So I am going to just quickly go and grab that. So we are ready to fry these right now. I switched to this 1.5 tablespoon measuring spoon. And I'm going to scoop the batter with this. And I have the pan here. It's on a medium high. First, heat up the oil. I have 4 tablespoons of a neutral oil. You can take canola, vegetable, you know, avocado, grapeseed, whatever you like. Not extra virgin olive oil, because extra virgin olive oil is for salads. It's not for cooking. And what happens is it doesn't have a high smoking point, and also has, because of the first press, it has particles, and those particles, when you heat them up a lot more, they tend to burn, and then that's not really good for you. So that is about oil. Let's go and fry these. 1.5 tablespoon scoops is enough to make small, you know, fritters. Just enough as appetizers. I think even these, you know, you can even make them smaller, but I just like to make them this size because these are perfect for stacking. In a lunchbox. Yeah, see, that's another good thing. You know, you make this ahead of time for lunch pack, and you know, you just pop them in the oven for a few in the morning, or on the pan just to reheat them, and then pack them in your hot lunch or something like that. And it goes great with ketchup. You know, kids like things with ketchup. So we're gonna let this fry for about a minute. And yeah, you just see, you know, if you see a nice brown, crispy brown bottom, you know, not burnt, but you know, golden brown on one side, and then you flip them on the other side and cook them for another minute till you get a nice golden brown, crispy sides and on the other side. So that's when you know it's ready. And since this has egg in it, you cook it on a medium flame, so you get the egg to get it to cook. You know, you don't want raw eggy taste in your fritters. So that's how. Hi, we're back, and so we just flipped these after a minute, and you can see how awesome. There's a golden brown crust and crispiness on this, and that's exactly what you're looking for, and gives a nice crunch. You know, trust me when you buy it. And the outside is nice and crispy, and then, you know, inside is this nice cheese and jalapeno, good zing to it, you know, and soft on the inside, crispy on the outside. It's perfect. Good with a glass of beer. But I'm getting good golden edges on this side too, and nice crispiness. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. What I'm going to do is crank up the heat a little bit, not too much. It's still medium, but you know, you just want it to, you can't just wait to eat it. So I think we're done with the first batch of these awesome, yummy corn fritters, and I'm going to just drain it on a paper towel here. Yes, these are not deep fried, but I still like to, you know, get that excess grease out of it. So I'm gonna take it out on a paper towel, and then I am going to show you how to serve this. So we're done with these now, and you know what? You can serve it with your favorite sauce. It could be an aioli, it could be a ketchup, it could be spicy mayo. You know, they're good with anything. I wouldn't mind drizzling some maple syrup because, you know, the spicy, savory, sweet would go really well with this. So let's serve it up. So I'm going to show you how to serve this up. I'm actually serving it with a very simple aioli, and it just has a little bit of paprika, chili powder. I did do the maple syrup to add a little bit. Aioli is nothing but a sauce made with mayonnaise. I do add a little bit, a teaspoon of sour cream to cut the heaviness from the mayonnaise. So what I'm going to do is simply stack them like this. You know, this is a good presentation, quite easy. You know, when plating, it comes to plating and you're in a hurry to serve your appetizer, this is the best way. It looks good. You have your nice aioli by the side, and yeah, as many as you want to stack. What I'm going to do is also add a little bit of bacon. You know, this is just crispy bacon I fried up, and I'm gonna just do this. It's pretty fancy. It's really good for a date night too. And some scallions. You know, this looks good. And voila, you're actually ready with a good appetizer for your Friday night. And that's about it. I hope you guys like this recipe. Enjoy this recipe. It's very easy. Try it out and let me know. Thank you for watching. So I'm gonna give this a try and let you know how it is. So good.